Okay, so the system is a flow-based system. Basically, the water discharge, when you turn it on, it's going to match whatever we're discharging. It's going to show on here. If we push the button here, it shuts the foam system down. And then it runs straight water. When we push it back on, it comes back on to start running. We're getting a low chem flow. We're running below the capability of the line control. It tells us it's running as slow as it can, but we're flowing less than what the system allows for. So it's running rich is what it tells us. Okay. On this power fill system, when we go to put that in, you got to put it in the refill position. And we got to wait for this light to come off before we do anything.
Now we're refilling the tank now, right?
This will refill the foam tank once it gets down where that high level switch says that we've ran enough. So I'm going to bump up. Okay. To change my injection rate, all I got to do is push the button and push it again. It brings me up to my next preset. See now the light went out. So now when we hit this, that'll start drawing it in, and it'll run till either the tank is full or the pail goes empty. Okay, now the red light flashes because the pail went empty.
Yeah.
So hit the green button again.
And it'll pick it up.
Well, that's easy.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, and that just fills at about a rate of about 12 gallons a minute, 10 to 12 gallons a minute. So we're dumping that into that tank, and this is training foam in with a bunch of 60 gallons of water. So when it does hit there, should start seeing some good bubbles come out of it. You're just starting to get some now. So see the bubbles? So now it's finally down through that tank, through the system, and out there. PR is the pressure for the foam manifold, okay? So this is the pressure in the foam manifold. This is our water flow. H2O, our current water flow, runs correspondent with our line control. When they shut the nozzle off, the water flow will drop off, the foam system will quit injecting. When they turn water back on, open the nozzle again, it'll start flowing. See, they shut the nozzle off. When he opens it back up, you'll see your water flow come back. See the pressure drop back down because when he shut down, the pressure of the foam pump still ran, so it got a short hunk of line, so it built pressure in it because it runs for a couple seconds. Yeah. So it built pressure like 200 psi in that.
Like a delay. Okay.
Yeah. When the green light's flashing, that means the pump's running. When the light's steady on, means the tank is full. When the pail goes empty, over here, then the red light, the flow switch will say the tank is the pail's empty, and then the red light flashes to say, hey, the pump is shut down. So watch it here, and go to red here in a second. There we go. There's your red light flashing to say that the tank. So just hit the green button, and it'll start drawing concentrate back up. So what you're going to do is, if you think you're going to flow foam, you're going to turn the master on. Okay? You're going to start flowing water out of one of your foam capable discharges. As soon as you hit that on, you're going to see your pressure come up on here to say the system's running.
So flow rate.
This is your water flow.
PSI?
No, that's gallons a minute.
Okay.
And then you can cycle through and see how much product you're moving, right?
Yeah, we can select. This tells me we've flown 1,400 gallons. That's not a point, that's a comma. That'll keep going out, okay? That comma will keep moving back. We can select again. Tells me that we've used 64 gallons of concentrate. We can select again. It tells me we're running at a 6% injection rate, okay? And then we're back to our water flow.
That's it. Plus the tank.
Same thing with the master. The master is going to tell me my pump discharge pressure, my current O2 water flow rate, total H2O used, total chemical used.
And that's combined, all the
That's
stuff.
for everything. So as you start flowing a second one, it's going to register that. Now you're getting foam, so you want to tighten that up a little bit.
Tighten it up?
Yeah, otherwise you're going to make all this You get all that feathering otherwise.
Yeah. What?
Hang on. Let it run a little bit.
Okay.
So it gets all the okay, now
Now we just want to
now you can shut it down. I just
feel
want
like that's Watch out.
We know that game.
I know better than that.
I want to see how much we're getting out of it.
On Friday, maybe that's something to show the mechanic.
So like on this one here,
They all should be 1%.
there's 1,
Yeah.
3, 6.
6.
Okay. And it's just and then it comes back to 1. Now if I push and hold it,
Right, you can custom.
let's say I'm in the 3, I push and hold it, it'll start a custom rate from there. If I push it and push it again, it brings me 1, 3, 6. If I push and hold it there,
Yep.
starts my custom rate
I
from
got
there.
you. And if you go back to it and you just hit it, it goes,
Yeah.
and it starts cycle back.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
So, and then when you power it down, the custom rate disappears. So,
The pump system's got to be in operation to flush it.
to flush the foam pump,
Yeah.
not this one, no. This one, yes. Now at this point, what I would do is I'd have, either make up an adapter that you can come off a freshwater discharge with a short hunk of hose, or get yourself a bigger tank of water, and then come from your offboard pickup and flush the system out.
Okay.
Okay, with fresh water. Well,
So that's the off-board pickups on the other side. You're saying.
yeah. What I do a lot of them is I'll take a 2.5 off of water discharge, run it out, bring it into the offboard pickup, because a lot of the offboard pickups I deal with, they have threaded, not cam locks.
I see.
I don't know what this one looks like. I didn't look at it.
Cam lock on the other side.
So make a cam lock up to whatever your hose thread is.
Hook
and
it
then-
right in, and then just crack it.
Yeah, don't put over 30 psi towards it.
That'd be bad.
Okay, and then just run whatever discharges you're going to run. That's going to flush out the foam
So
concentrate.
using the large side pickup, the off-board system pickup, that's going to flush the whole system. This is just going to flush our pickup tube. Go
Yeah,
out to
this
the
just
tank.
flushes. This just flushes the foam tank.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, just stick it in there. Turn this to flush. If the tank was full and the light's green, then you would just push and hold the manual button. Okay. Ideally, and it pumps out on the ground.
What's the recommended volume?
5 gallons.
Yeah, we only clearing that pickup tube and the pump itself.
Yeah, you just from the up here to the pump, back down. Generally 5 gallons should get you done, I would think. And all that does is flush it out with fresh water.
Now we do the other side to clean out the system.
Yeah, you would do the other side for the system. You would set up, like I said, if you take and make a cam lock
Yeah, you're
connector
saying we
to
got
to a nozzle, come off a fresh water, but don't feed it with more than 30 psi.
Right.
And then just run your system before you pick it up.
Yeah.
So at this point, we would hook it up like that, start flowing water out of that discharge, or put the unit in simulated flow like that, and then turn it on, and it would just start pumping out through that hose line.
And we only have to flush the discharges we use. We don't have to, we didn't use the cross lays today. We don't got to do that. Or
It's going to store a little bit in there, but generally it's going to flush most of it out of the system. Okay, there's going to be some in there. There's no way to get it all unless you dump
Open
each
everything,
individual
yeah.
one. So because you got areas that it goes up into, it traps.
yeah.
The big key is to get most of it out of there because Class Bs are corrosive, and we don't want them laying in there against the seals. The shafts are duplex hardened, and they're ceramic coated at the seal areas, okay, to keep from that corrosion bothering them. But it's still going to be hard on them after 3-4 years.
Yeah.
If you leave foam in there,
Sitting in there.
if you leave foam concentrate sitting in there for 3-4 years, you will end up having that pump rebuilt. Because it's no matter what, we've tried everything we can.
Yeah.
Got ceramic coating on it now.
Yeah.
So we went to duplex hardened shafts, thinking that would take care of it. That didn't. We ended up having them turn down, put ceramic coating, which is now a industry standard. But we were the first ones to do it.
For tonight, we don't have to do that on the other side
No.
because this is just training foam.
This is training
Okay.
foam. If you put water in the tank, run the system with the water to do the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, so you only have 60 gallons. Oop. Yeah. You only have 60 gallons of foam concentrate. Okay, so short tube. So you have the capability of doing offboard pickup. Okay, if you had a tote, you're going to need a longer tube for a tote. Okay, because the tote's this way, or you could set it up with a connector on it to attach to the tote. But then you can draw in. Same token, if you take a cam lock, put an 1.5 inch connector on it, come off a fresh water discharge, not a foam discharge, or you could come, you know, and then just pump in here at no more than 30 psi. Just go to your offboard pickup, pump water in to flush the system. This is how you would introduce fresh water into that foam system.
Where's the next stop it goes to?
This goes in to a valve.
Directly into the system.
To the system, yes.
Bypassing the tank with this
Yes.
pump.
Yeah, this is an offboard. Okay, so it's designed to draw out of a tank that you're keeping full.
No, I got that point. I just want to make sure we weren't hitting the tank.
No, no, you have,
Then go
okay,
into the
so you have your tank here, you have a line that comes in, there's a T on it, which is an electric valve right here behind this panel. If you lift the cab, you can see that three-way valve. So either it comes from the tank, or it comes from the offboard pickup, and then it goes to your foam pump. So when you're on your tank, it's coming from here to your foam pump, and when you're on your offboard pickup, it comes from here to your foam pump.
There's got to be a valve or a switch on the other side. For
There's a switch on the other side for you to do.
Got it.
Well, to turn the valve.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
To turn the valve. All it does is turn the valve.
Shuts the tank and opens this.
Yeah, it turns the valve from either from your tank or from your offboard pickup. All it is, it's a three-way valve. So you got two lines coming in and one line going to the foam pump.
And that's that switch on the pump panel with the orange lock, right? That's what
Yeah.
it's doing?
Yep. And that valve sits right here behind this panel. When you lift the cab, you can see it. It's a K-Zeco valve.
30 psi.
You don't want to gate. You don't want more than 30 psi pounding that pump.
Touch right on it. No
That,
more than 30
that
PSI.
pump isn't designed to have pressure pushed against it. 30 psi isn't going to bother it, but if you bang it with 100, 150, you'll blow the seals out of it.
Or we just fill up a 5-gallon pail of water and stick the hose in.
Well, 55-gallon drum.
I'm going to go through it very quickly.
55-gallon drum for this. That's a 5-gallon pail there. This is a 55-gallon drum. The system probably holds, I'm going to guess this system probably holds 8-10 gallons of concentrate.
From here to the pump. So
From here to the injection point.
Yeah. Okay. There goes that idea. All right.
So you want a big enough, you want a 55-gallon barrel, and then flush it out that way.